inda nayisamye muri za 77 nari mfitiye inda ndagenda njyayo mu bagore bagiye kwipimisha koze gutyo uracyumva
wumva hari umwana
ntabwo
wumva ari ikintu kirimo
ni ikintu kiryamyemo ariko wakora hano cya ukumva birasa nkaho ari nka bibiri najya nkavuga se ni ikibyimba handi n'umwana ase ni mbese nanjye nkashidikanya sinzi byarebye.
She lived her life normally, but one day she divorced the husband. She was pregnant from that time, and until now she has spent 45 years pregnant. She died and spent 1 week in morgue, then resurrected. People call her the walking dead. Meet our pregnant grandma who shocked everyone. Visiting this mother who has always been pregnant for 45 years, she says that her and her family did not have happy holidays because of malaria.
Twigeze tugurya kubera ko twari turwaye twafashwe imbere ya Noheri mu cyumweru Noheri yabaye muri bwo twafashwe.
We started our year badly that we did not enjoy its beginning because we were sick. We were caught by malaria a few days before Christmas, then kept on suffering until a few days ago when I started feeling okay. It was me and that old woman who is still sick even at this moment. She's my mom. She cannot eat due to malaria. We only give her some homemade juices. And right now, she's 95 years old. But apart from malaria, which is just a little problem to this mother, she says that she has been pregnant for 45 years. And she tells us more about it, how it started, and so far how it's going.
Inda nayisamye muri za 77 nari mfitiye inda kuko nashatse umugabo wa mbere mbisara turatandukana.
I got married long time ago in 1973, but divorced, then married a second husband. During those times, I got pregnant, but we were unlucky my firstborn did not come out alive. And the main reason why I divorced was that my first husband abused me. He would always come home drunk and beat me up for no reason. Then I decided to leave. But when we separated, I had 7-month pregnancy, and the husband said that as long as you have left, you would no longer produce a child. But I told him that at least I should live peacefully than die from here. I went away from him to my grandmother's place. In those days, the baby in the womb had stopped moving around the uterus. The husband came and said he wanted me returned to him, but I would never risk my life again. Of course, I said a big no. I came here in 1977, where I had got married to another husband, but for him, he was different. He was kind. He told me not to worry about children. He said he has children. All he needed was someone who will be by his side and looking after him. He always cared for me and made sure I feel so special. He was totally different to the first one that I had. That's where I started feeling the advantage of marriage. Before, due to scars I had in mind that marriage was useless. But when I got married again to a different partner, I reaped the benefits of being married. That man was the husband made from heaven. But I was still pregnant. By when I would go in the garden to do some cultivation, I would not manage it due to pregnancy. I would just get tired without doing a single activity. My husband was a hero. Here I mean the second one. He could see me suffering on the field, then come nearer and always told me to rest and take care of myself. I was not able to produce any child, yet I was always pregnant. He looked at me and said, "I will never chase you away. Because you can't produce children, it's okay. I will raise those I produced aside." We lived peacefully in harmony. We never had misunderstandings, and we always loved one another as if we were newlywed couples. Until recently, when he breathed his last and went to heaven. In the meantime, after coming here and living with my second husband, I believed in Christ, then got baptized in water. So I turned into a new creature. Me and my mom have been going to church for fellowship, but my mom can no longer manage to step out and go to church. It has been 5 years since my mom was no longer doing a single activity. When she feels powerful, she comes outside and spends her day enjoying the sunshine. All I do is make sure I prepare each and everything that she will need. I no longer do activities that require so much energy, even cultivating. I try and then neighbors come and also lend a hand, because whenever I cultivate a big piece of land, the belly grows bigger and bigger to the extent that people start saying I'm soon going in labor. But when I spend days without doing anything, it just gets back to normal. And there is even something interesting about me, like whenever I spend days fasting, I hear some kicks from inside, then wonder whether I would produce a baby who spent 45 years in the womb. Sometimes people tell me that it's no longer a person inside me, that it's an animal within me. The real truth behind this was my first husband, who went and bewitched me since my baby had 7 months. Since my baby had 7 months in the womb, he has not grown past there. And recently, I visited the hospital. Then I was scanned. Scan results showed that there is something inside my belly which is growing at a high rate, and it might be the one that will put an end to my life. Doctor said it wasn't a person. Doctor said that it had no image of a baby. They requested money for treatment, of which I did not have, then ended up coming here home without being treated. Most people suggest that maybe I don't have a baby anymore. Some say that it's kind of tumors. But I think if there had been tumors, they would be at least painful. All these sufferings were sent by the wicked husband, who never wished I can live peacefully. And now I can't explain how I have been pregnant all those years. But I kept visiting several hospitals, and after the diagnosis, some doctors told me that I might be having some twins inside me. But the problem might also be the head. The head of the baby doesn't move, according to doctors' observations. A few months ago, something strange happened and I thought I was going to deliver. We had gone for someone's burial. When I started singing, I felt very bad and so much pain in the stomach, then fainted. They took me to the hospital and I was vomiting with fatigue, so much back pain, and people thought my labor was getting started. By when they would bring me milk to drink, I would drink it up in seconds. When they injected me, I died and I could no longer breathe. And doctors realized that I had died and they sent me to the morgue. By God's mercy, I resurrected.
napfuye ari kuwa kane namimbutse kuwa gatatu w'ikindi cyumweru.
amaze icyumweru cyose
Narapfuye.
hafi icyumweru.
Ntarya ntanywa gusa bantera amaboko ameze.
I died when it was on Thursday and resurrected on Wednesday. I spent a whole week dead without eating and drinking. Only God is the one who said, my servant can't go this way. God told my fellow friends not to worry, that I would come back to life. When I returned, many people were shocked. They had got some bad news that I was dead, and they wondered how I came back to life. All those who knew that I died called me the walking dead. The day I woke up from the hospital, even doctors could not believe what their eyes were showing them. They all knew I wasn't going to make it. I had God's promise that I'll have a child since 1995, when we came back here after fleeing from the neighboring countries because of the war. I was wondering how it will happen, yet I'm always pregnant and always having monthly periods. It was so confusing and hard to believe that I'll have a baby. From there, I lost hope, and I always questioned God. Why always me? Why let such things happen to me? I also worry that maybe when doctors operate me, I might die from here. We are suffering here with life adversities, but when given some money, I can go to the doctor, then go under the operation and see whether I might come back to normal. I'm tired of being pregnant all these years. Please help me. We should always pray for help, but we should always listen for inspiration and impression to proceed in ways different from those we have thought of. Every adversity, every failure, and every headache carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. Thank you for watching. I'm Elijah. This is Afrimax English. Remember to subscribe.